Hello and welcome to the Car Throttle podcast, where Ethan, Jack and I read out your emails, act as your automotive agony uncles, and discuss... 1 second, hold the line. Ni popolare nienie. Which means, Becky...
Unpopular opinion.
In?
Russian.
Very good.
Hey.
Anyway, this week we're joined by special guest Becky Evans, aka Queen Bee, aka Porsche 930 turbo owner, so automatically a mortal enemy of mine because I want one, but I can't afford one.
I thought you had a Porsche.
Porsche derived MX-5.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Porsche is probably more Porsche than your Porsche.
Ah, I see.
We'll get into that in a little bit.
It's definitely more Ford.
Anyway, before we catch up with Becky, just a quick one to you guys. We're going to be taking a break from the podcast for a while. But it is not goodbye, but it is adieu, which also means goodbye in French. It's not like goodbye forever, but it's just like
In a bit.
in a bit,
In a bit, mate.
in a bit, mate. Yeah. Anyway, as I said, we've got a special guest, Becky Evans. Becky, welcome to the podcast. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
You're very welcome. I mean, you are paying us to be here. So.
Oh, you weren't supposed to say that.
Yeah, we saw that TV money. We had to charge. Anyway, Becky, what have you been up to recently?
What have I been up to? I just got back from Russia. I've been out there in Moscow doing the IDS GP with my other half. And then before that, just filming YouTube videos, trying to keep the whole channel alive and going, as always, as everyone is.
Awesome. Ethan, sorry, can you just remind me the IDS GP? Just what is that?
The Russian Drift series.
Shut up. Oh, my days.
Whatever.
Yeah, so you're big into the drifting scene. Tell us about that.
So obviously I did Drift Queen with Red Bull a couple of years ago, 2018, 2019, did season 1, season 2. And then I got into it myself, did my first competition. I was meant to make my big debut in 2020, but obviously that all went to, so I didn't get to actually go out and drive that year. But then I picked up the job as the host of Red Bull Drift Masters, which is like the European Championship. So I'm the live host of that show across Europe. Cool. So I get to travel with Red Bull and all of the drivers, and it's good crack, to be fair, because it's like you're kind of immersed in it. And James Dean, my partner, he obviously loves drifting, so we end up doing a lot of stuff ourselves back at home. And my car's actually living in Ireland as well.
Is it?
It is.
Who's a better drifter?
James. And you know what? As a partner to somebody who, there might be a bit of competition, that one, he's firmly got it.
Until one day you're like, nah.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's always hope, babes.
Yeah. Well, you're actually talking to a few drifters here.
Really?
Ethan's very good at drifting front wheel drive cars.
I can drift a multipler.
You can.
Yeah.
Have you ever drifted a multipler?
No.
Thought not. Anyway, Jack, what have you been up to?
We've had a busy week, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
Big couple of shoots.
Yeah.
The MR2, which you would have seen. Is it a dog? I don't think it is. It's solid underneath.
It's a solid dog.
Yeah. It's not going to roll away. And then another video, which I don't think are we letting them know what the cars are?
No, don't reveal the
Oh,
cars.
okay. But that was a hectic couple of days. So this weekend, I've done nothing but relax. Yeah.
You ever worked on your new house?
Self-care, babe. Self-care.
Yeah. No, I haven't worked on my new house. No, I'll leave that there.
You work on the MX-5?
No.
Did you go to the gym?
No, I haven't done any of that. All these things I should do.
Did you play Warzone?
I did play a little bit of Warzone. Here we go.
Yeah.
I did something. But that's me, yeah.
You've literally...
I've got nothing to do.
No, you've got like a minute more of this section.
I don't, okay.
Just make something up.
Sorry.
In 5 languages, and then we can move on.
Je suis désolé.
Thank you for saving me.
Sorry. Извините, пожалуйста.
Oh.
It's Russian.
Is it? Okay.
Vodka. Your turn.
Vodka?
Anyway, as for me, just 1 second. Just got to put the old sunglasses
Oh,
on.
here we go.
No.
Oh, no.
Shed of a man.
What? I can verify that I've had a very fruitful weekend. On Sunday, I gained some verification in my life.
Oh, is this what we're talking about? Oh,
What's
blue
that?
tick
Oh,
life.
oh, yeah, I got verified on Instagram. Yeah.
Whoop.
So,
Congrats.
I would high five, but we're not allowed.
I know, yeah.
We'll do it later when the camera's not rolling.
You did have to make a couple of spam accounts, didn't you?
Just a couple.
Yeah,
Just
3
a
or
couple.
4.
Is that how it came about?
Yeah, no, he's on the spot now. Called him out for it.
Well, yeah, someone made a spam account and
Someone.
yeah, thanks, Mum. They were messaging people saying, "Oh yeah, if you follow this link or so,
Yeah.
we'll give you 1,000 something."
Yeah,
and loads of
yeah,
people got caught out, and they were messaging me, and I was like, "Oh, now is my time to strike."
Capitalise.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, Instagram, here's a picture of me and my driver's license. Make it happen." The next day, oh, it was happened.
You messaged us like early in the morning. That's when you're like showing off.
No, I wasn't. I was
Yeah.
just like, in case you want to reach me, it might take a little bit longer because I'm now verified. So I've probably got like loads of important stuff to do.
Yeah,
I mean, you know
yeah.
what it's like, right? Verified gang.
Yes. Yeah, but to be fair, it is really sad. But when you wake up, because mine was the same thing. I woke up in the morning and James was like, "Oh, well done, babe." And I was like, "For what?" And he was like, "You're verified." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I just woke up, was like,
I was a lot more cool than that.
"Oh yeah."
I was like, oh, whatever. And I phoned Instagram, like the boss, Mark Zuckerberg, because he owns it. And I was like, mate, I don't really want it because I'm a man of the people. He was like, oh my God, but like, we love what you do.
I bet you screamed when you saw it.
Yeah.
There was a little squeal.
Yeah.
Riyadh, this happened.
Oh my God. I was literally screaming from my pants. It was amazing. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on it, okay? But if you want to follow another verified account, it's Auto Alex, all right? Or Queen Bee. But I mean, you know, I'm more freshly verified, so does that make it
Just
better?
follow me and Jack.
Yeah.
Follow the
follow,
Conkers.
follow the lads.
Yeah.
Non-verified accounts. Why would they waste their time? All right? Right, Becky? Yeah, yeah. Cut from the same cloth.
You're not sticking up for me, Becky.
I know. I feel really bad. It just reminds me of like a Harry Enfield. No.
I look like Harry Enfield.
No, just the type of skit. Like, it's just you all over.
Harry Hill.
Harry Hill.
Yeah, that's what I
Actually, that's my mum's neighbour's son, Harry Hill.
Maybe tenuous.
Really?
Tenuous.
Yeah.
Tenuous.
Which kind of makes me a celebrity as well. Because
Kind of.
from West London crew.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah.
Shall I
Oh,
move on?
no.
What else have I been up to? Are you quite done, Becky?
Sorry.
She's not paying us enough for this.
Come on, sweetheart. Come on.
I also got my girlfriend some. I have a girlfriend. Yeah.
No.
Is that the funny
I
thing
thought you were
about
going to say something else. I was about to go, congratulations.
for having a girlfriend? I got my girlfriend.
You finally did it.
What? What?
You did
No, some wheels and tires for her up. Not what you were thinking. She's been waiting 7 years. She can wait 7 more. So yeah, she's got new 16-inch DOTS wheels and some nice Falcon rubber, and it makes the car look less like a fridge. It still looks a lot like a fridge, but like more of a cool version of a fridge.
Falcon is good tyres, babes. Good choice.
Yeah.
Like that.
True, babes. I'm going to adopt that from now on, babes.
You call me that.
Okay, you know what I call you, and it's filthy. Anyway, that's my weekend. Just to recap, got verified.
Okay.
Sunglasses going back on.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Here it
Ethan,
is.
your weekend was probably way more dull than mine. But shoot.
Wow. I'm actually going to tell you guys a story from a couple of weeks ago.
Story time.
Story time.
I'm in.
Jack, I've not told you this.
Oh, fresh.
Alex, I have told you this. Yeah. And it's something I'm not proud of. But
Oh, hold on. You were like, oh my days, you never guess what happened. You're holding your beer. At
I'm
the
a
time.
legend.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, driving home from a shoot at night, bit wet. I got pulled over by the police.
Did you?
Oh.
Yeah.
What for? No seatbelt?
No, I
On the
was
phone?
going just a touch
Middle lane?
over the speed limit. Pass a marked police car.
There's a lot. Do you know, actually, there's a lot of them about at the minute. A lot.
Yeah,
Was it 5 Series, dark colour?
No, it was marked. It was,
It was
proper
marked.
Oh,
yeah, it was marked car.
Oh,
yeah, sorry.
you have no excuse.
So he,
What are you doing?
No, I absolutely have no excuse.
Yeah.
what speed were you doing?
You need glasses.
I was doing 80.
Oh.
In a 30.
I was kind of like in a bit of autopilot mode.
yeah.
I saw the car and I just don't know why. I just
Yeah.
didn't slow down. I shouldn't have been doing that speed anyway. But I was. And he put the lights on. I was like, oh no, this has not happened before. Not since Gumball. And pulled me over. I was like, oh shit. Came and opened passenger door and sort of squatted down next to me. I was like, oh God.
That's a friendly approach, though, already.
Yeah. But his eyes were
Did he
not
have his gun
friendly.
drawn?
No.
Did he have taser like pointed in your eyes?
Just didn't even say hello. Just tasered him straight away.
Straight in his nipple.
But he said, why were you doing that speed past us? And I just said, I've got no excuse.
It's quicker.
I completely held my hands up. I shouldn't have been doing it. So he took my license, went back to the car, and I was like, oh no, this is not good. I'm not made for this.
Were you crying?
And he came back, and I think because I hadn't sort of protested, I sort of owned up to it. Well, I had to own up to it, and I didn't have any points on my license. He was just like, "Please, like, for us, it looks like you're driving past us and saying you."
But you did have your middle finger up, didn't you?
And like at the end of the day, if
Yeah.
something happens, it's wet. We're the people that have to come and sort it out, and I really do get that. So I apologise for my behaviour. I shouldn't have been doing that. And I said, like, I'm not driving past and doing. I was just a bit zoned out.
Yeah.
But I've learned from it. I reduced my speed now.
Yeah.
So
Only when you're going past cops.
yeah,
So you were doing 80. Was that indicated to 80 on the dashboard?
So
Yeah.
probably
So in
76.
In reality, you're doing
yeah,
76.
that's yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, right, as a police officer, is it really worth it? Because like people are usually doing, I would say, 80 miles an hour, like GPS verified.
Yeah.
I just wondered, like, is that a little bit petty of a police officer? To
I
pull
guess
someone over
there's
doing 76?
worse offenders when you see people screaming past you, but ultimately, I don't really have a leg to
I
stand
can give
on.
you a list of YouTubers. that
Yeah, let's not go into that.
I think the more honest you are with coppers, the only times I've ever been in trouble with the police, if the more honest you are with them, the more they're like, okay, don't do it again. It's if you try and lie or try to be a dick, then they'll just go for you. If
Exactly,
you'd have turned
yeah.
around like, why have you pulled me over?
Yeah,
You'd have
yeah.
been like, right, I'm in.
Yeah.
If I'm going, I'm only doing 80.
Yeah.
and they're just
It's just,
very
it's all about
receptive.
attitude, and it's come down to the copper that you
Yeah,
get, 100%.
Have you been pulled over
Yes.
today?
Not today. A few times. But do you know that some of them were just silly? So like I was I was in an R8 and I was doing like first to second pulls because it sounded really good.
Yeah.
But I wasn't actually breaking the speed limit, but I was being a dick.
Yeah.
So when the copper who was unmarked, when he came hoofing down behind me, I was like, oh bollocks. I saw him. And the first question, did you see me coming? No, you're in an unmarked car.
Yeah.
Second question, what you doing? I was like, showing off, mate. And immediately he was like, you were, weren't you? I was like, yeah, I've got no excuse. I was just being a dick. And he was like, just stop it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, he was like, have you got any points? I was like, no. But he was like, don't make me give you any. Just go home.
But points for what?
Well, he thinks I was technically speeding, but I said, honestly, trust me. And the more I said that, he was like, just shut up.
Where
And I
are
was
you
like,
from?
What?
Where are you from?
Coventry.
There's no way you were telling the truth. No offense. I mean, I used to live there. I'm allowed to say it. And you said it off camera. You said it was just shit. You said,
But this happened in London.
It's just the accent now, isn't it?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? A sugar donut.
I want to stop talking now. Yeah. What?
No, I said yeah.
Yeah.
But I said it more like a
Oh, okay. Oh, Coventry. Okay.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being from the Midlands, boys. Said apparently no one.
But yeah, me and this policeman, we had a little moment at the end.
Yeah.
And we were just
Hug.
we were cool with each other.
Yeah.
It was like
Did you say
It
you're
was
lucky
right.
I didn't pull you over? You're driving too slowly.
I didn't say
Did you
that.
kiss him?
But I've learned my lesson.
It's mutual respect. I'm very
Yeah.
proud of you.
Yeah.
Did
Well
we,
done.
we had a police officer say that he wouldn't pull someone over unless they were doing like 85. Though, didn't we?
85. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it maybe just depends on.
Yeah, it does,
Subjective.
doesn't it?
Depends on
Yeah,
the copper.
yeah.
Exactly. He took one look at you. He's like, prick.
I wonder if it had something to do with the car as well, because it's in the Octavia VRS. So he may think, oh, is this guy
Bit
just
tasty.
showing off in a slightly powerful car?
Yeah, he's doing 6 miles an hour. He's over. He's definitely showing off.
If I was in the Karoq, I wonder he may not have.
Yeah, maybe.
Did you still have it in eco mode?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Sorry, silly question.
Anyway, let's now move it on to some of your emails. And I've got a really serious one here. I read it. I was like, wow, that's very serious. Is it podcast fodder? But the answer is yes, because there is a very good message. And hopefully some of you guys will take something away from this. So this is an email from a chap called Chris. And it says, Dear Car Throttle team, behind the camera, in the office, and working from home. I want to take just a moment to thank everyone that is involved with Car Throttle, because without the full team, you can't achieve the dream.
Nice.
Yeah.
We should get that tattooed.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't suit tattoos. Maybe like a teardrop, though, because I'm a badass.
Yeah.
West London, like middle class, innit?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh, God.
Just get Ealing on your arm.
Yeah. Sick. Anyway, I've put off writing this for a while, but what's made me take action was the commentary and feedback around females getting the rough end of the stick when it comes to most things, cars or bikes, or just anything perceived as manly. I can kind of relate, being that I am a gay guy with a huge passion for cars, motorsport, engineering, and just generally building stuff. When I was in school, barely 15, some so-called friends outed me, and all of a sudden I had the whole school teasing me for being gay. One comment that really stuck with me, even now 15 years later, was when a guy in my year said to my face, "You can't be a mechanic, there's no such thing as a gay mechanic." This statement haunted me for years and years, but thankfully I was still just going to do what I wanted to do and nobody could stop me. I didn't become a mechanic, but I did get my first car at 15, which I immediately started to restore. A 1971 Datsun 1600. It was amazing. Old school, low-tech, perfect learner's car. I restored pretty much every single nut and bolt on it myself with the help of a few mates, and it is these mates and this car who I essentially owe my life to. They got me through the pain of growing up, where every day was full of abuse for me just being me. Since moving to Oz from London, I recently bought my first house, which I'm currently in the process of, you guessed it, restoring and renovating. Doing all this has given me a lot of time to reflect and realize just how much that statement affected me, but I never let it get the better of me. It really grinds my gears that people still think like this and say things like that, but it is important we keep our head held high and believe in and pursue whatever we want to in life. I hope I can give other people confidence to believe in themselves and really pursue their dreams no matter what anyone says, to continue to break down ridiculous stereotypes. Recently, it was the International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, and Transphobia to commemorate the World Health Organization's decision in 1990 to declassify homosexuality as a mental disorder, which really lit a fire under my bum to finally send this to you. And as a final piece to this email, I am going to say this. While I know this topic will be tough to air on a podcast, I challenge you to help break down the stereotypes, because there could be a 15-year-old out there that really needs to hear a story like this, to know that it is okay to be interested and passionate about anything you want to, and that you will always rise above the hate. I will also blackmail you. This is where it takes a really bad turn. I will also blackmail you by saying that if this does make it onto the podcast, I will donate £50 each to the following charities: youngminds.org.uk, supporting all young people's mental health; switchboard.lgbt, which is an LGBT helpline; and mind.org.uk, mental health support for all. So from me to everybody watching and listening, believe in yourself and stay positive. Cheers, Chris. And his Instagram is at cjtaylor.com.au. I just thought that needed to be put out there, because there are a lot of people watching, listening, whatever, who are probably in a very similar situation, who don't know who to turn to. So hopefully this will, make you a bit more confident and know that if someone like Chris can do it, then anyone can. It's good, isn't it?
It's very
It
true.
is good.
Yeah.
It's a good bit of positivity there. I like
It is,
that.
yeah. He was saying about knowing what it was like to be a kind of, not in a male-dominated society like cars and stuff, to be gay or to be female. Have you come across difficulty trying to break into cars?
Of course, it's just par for the course in a way. You're always going to get people that think that they own that kind of area. It's happened my whole life, really, but you just have to just forget it. But I think if you're any type of person trying to get into something, if you were a jeweler and didn't come from a jeweler's background, you're going to get that discrimination. If you were a footballer and you've done rugby before, you're going to get that discrimination. Yes, there absolutely is going to be a little bit of discrimination when you're a girl, but you just have to get on with it.
Yeah.
There's always 1% is a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? When anything you watch, 1% is a dickhead.
Yeah.
Same as anything that you go into in your life.
You should get that tattooed on your.
But it is that, unfortunately. And, that guy's story is, it's awful. But it's good that he's managed to take it and learn from it and turn something positive out of it.
Absolutely. And if you've got something from this as well, and if it does mean something to you, then have a look at those charities. Again, youngminds.org.uk, switchboard.lgbt and mind.org.uk. Be good if we could get something good out of this podcast as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's now move it on to Becky's story. It's a story about Becky Evan. Yeah. Becky's story. Becky
Nice.
I've been practicing.
Someone has had their Cheerios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow, we were.
Nice. So I think Ethan chatted to you about something that, right? Am I right? Or have I just made this up?
No,
He
he-
said-
Oh no, I asked you to
Yeah.
pick something. Yeah.
He just told me to come prepared.
Yeah.
Right.
Prepared for you.
Okay. Prepare for me.
Yeah.
You can't prepare for that.
No, you can't
I just
prepare
said
for
good
this.
luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. So do you have a story, Becky, in your life that was like, what the just happened?
Just in general?
Could be general
or
or
could be
cars
about
or
cars.
anything.
Ooh,
Just
but
something that we can just get to know Becky a little bit better.
Okay.
Or has there
trying to
been
think-
something where you've maybe on your YouTube channel where you've stopped and thought, wow, what is my life? Or
Today,
something like that.
Today, I met
If-
for the second time Alex.
That's a low point.
I'm on the Alex Kirsten podcast.
Yeah. You've met Alex Kirsten. You're verified.
both
Yeah,
verified.
Yeah, both verified.
It's like, hold on one sec.
It's-
Both verified.
Yeah.
These aren't even my sunglasses. I feel like a fraud.
You really are the pinnacle for a lot of people, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we move on?
Okay,
Does
yeah.
that kind of,
That was
does that kind of sum it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, mad moment. There's been so many mad moments. YouTube has taken so many different routes and have gone so many different places with it. And there are several times where I've sort of sat there and been like, is this actually my job? Like, is this what I do? Like, when I was doing the first Red Bull series, Drift Queen 1, I was, it was like, okay, cool. I didn't really realize what was going on. They were like, do you want to do this thing with drifting? I was like, yeah, sounds bang on. And then when I got there, I was like, why is there 5 cameras, a sound guy, a manager, a production manager? It was like a team. It was like 10 people. And I was like, hold on a minute, is this all for me? They're like, this is your show. I was like, really?
Bloody
What did I sign up for here? Do you know? And we were just we went to Japan and we went to LA, just sort of looking at the background of drifting and, where it all started and all of this stuff. And I felt really bad because I was texting James at the time and I was like, do you know what car this is? And he was like, this is like legendary D1 driver's car. This is amazing. You're in the BR garage. And I was like, oh, what about this one? Who's this guy? And I just remember being out there and unbeknownst to me, and I forgive my ignorance, like this guy was like a D1 legend. He's got this garage and he was showing me around all of his cars. And when I actually went back and sort of researched who this guy was, I was like, I am so ignorant.
Who was it?
And I can't even remember his name. I can't remember his name. That's really bad. But yeah, like there's just been so many moments like that where you're just in the middle of Tokyo or you're in the middle of LA and you're like, oh Christ, this is what I do.
We've not had those moments.
Well, ours are more like, oh Christ, this is what I do. Like, why am I here?
I did one where it was like I did a pilot for a show once where I ended up getting into this I had to meet a particular type of enthusiast. And I was like, okay, this sounds horrific. And my one was sort of Chelseaite, really posh London people with supercars. But this guy had an old supercar. I'm trying to keep this so I don't, incriminate him.
Who was it?
I don't know.
What's his name? Have you forgotten his name as well?
Yeah, I'm not very good with names, mate, to be honest. What's yours?
Dave.
Yeah, and we went to this middle of, I think it was like, we went to this square anyway, and it was all a bunch of like, not the best looking supercars. They were all a little bit, I don't know, a bit rough around the edges. They were slightly a bit older, and this guy decided to paint his bright orange, and he had a key ring of the car on here, and he had lots of, I don't know, he was covered in sequins, and it was just an odd character. And then he decided to proceed to absolutely, when they step inside the car and put their foot on the accelerator, so it's just banging off the rev limit.
Hero.
And then next minute, he thinks he's Johnny Concrete doing this. And I was like, this guy's an idiot. And I sort of backed away. I was like, I don't want anything to do with this. I don't want to be seen here. And then a guy who obviously has paid like 10 million for his big, lovely house in this square comes out and he's like a small Asian guy. And then they go head to head. I was like, they're fighting.
Yeah.
Producer, they're fighting. Please help me. Help me.
And then you're there, don't worry, guys, I'll keep my knuckle just. You knocked them both out.
I was like, I actually want to see this progress. I'm that type of person that's like, this is a really bad situation, but how bad can it get?
Yeah.
How
Who's your money
bad-
on? Producer?
Yeah, I was like, how bad can it get? And I was like, it was him. And anyway, they squared up to each other, and then your man was just shouting, going, like, he's just jealous. He's just, and I couldn't believe that this guy was that self-absorbed that he was there in his like 19-year-old Lamborghini, which I'd look like he'd rattle canned it himself.
We're going to be doing that soon.
Wolf race wheels on it. It was just terrible. Oh. And this guy had just come out of his like £9 million mansion, and he's very rightly, it's 8:30, and you're sitting on the rev limiter of your car, and it was popping and banging like mad. And he was saying he's jealous of me. Oh. That's the only reason he's come down here. He's jealous, and that was a I'm in space move. I'm in space. Yeah. What's
is this a
happening?
dream?
Yeah. What is going on? Okay, and then I was like, I'm not doing this show. So
you just walk off.
I did. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, he's a knob.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I can't cope with people like that. I was like, this isn't going to be a harmonious relationship.
It's also not going to be a very long podcast, and you can't deal with knobs.
No, you're all right. But and then
I wasn't talking about me back here.
And then he proceeded. He said, "I've got a single." He's one of those. He's like, "I've got a single on iTunes,"
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
which then kind of reeled me back in because I was like, "But how bad can he get?"
Oh.
So that was definitely a weird moment in time. Weird moment.
Excellent. What about us? Have we had any like moments where it's like, what the is going on? Like good or bad?
We had a bad one in. I won't say where we were or what we were in, but we were.
Is that when condom split?
Same trip?
Oh, okay, yeah.
We were abroad.
Becky's like, what the did you
Like,
These
So-
are bits that hopefully we'll edit out. But,
I think this was a few years ago. Me and you were abroad, and we were in this proving ground in a press car.
Yeah.
And it was right at the end of the day. We'd been taking these cars out on track all day, having fun with them and stuff. Really controlled. Sort of controlled.
Yeah, sort of controlled.
But at the end of the day, there was a big group of us, other YouTubers there and stuff. We were all driving out to the exit of the proving ground. Everyone was chill, doing 20 miles an hour. I remember when I think you said we were leading, and you said, I just want to have one more go on this section. So we turned right into it, and from out of nowhere, one of the other members in the team just came. Like we just heard the horn first, didn't we?
Yeah.
And he was like drifting round and just glanced the front of our car.
Bearing in mind, Ethan wasn't wearing a seatbelt. I don't think I was either.
No, because we were just all doing 20 miles an hour out to on this sort of private track.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I got so emotional.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
Well, because like had
Sharp.
it been a foot to the left, it could have killed you.
well, probably
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, that's probably
That might be why.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was a combination of like being away. It was right at the end of this trip. Really wanted to go home.
Yeah.
And that was just like, why the am I here doing this?
It was like you were done, right?
I got properly overcome with emotion and stuff, and it was just crazy.
Yeah.
That was a moment where I was like, well, yeah, what? Why the am I here?
Yeah. But it was one of those, like literally, I think we got hit about, I don't know, 50, 60 miles an hour, and it was a glancing blow, and it just broke a drive shaft.
Yeah.
That was it. But we couldn't get a brand new drive shaft because it was a brand new press car. So we had to get it trailered back. But yeah, genuinely very lucky that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. That was sketchy.
Yeah.
What about positive?
Positives.
Driving back through the night with Travis Pastrana. I was in the Nevada desert.
Yeah, we were all very
quite
tired though.
That's
Yeah.
quite funny.
But yeah, he was like curled up in a ball, wasn't he? Just
The
on
back
seat.
of the car.
Yeah, we were just giving a lift back. One thing that does spring to my mind, and Ethan wasn't there, so it's like extra good. Was so
Ouch.
a few years ago for SEMA, we went to the Nevada desert, and there was a BMW E21 body on an E30 325iX chassis, on top of which was a machine gun. Really cool. As you do. It's like Coventry, right?
Casual, yeah.
And we were in this desert, and there was I can't remember what it was, 5 Series, an old 7 Series or so, parked maybe like 50 meters away. And we just started shooting the shit out of it with a machine gun. And we had pyrotechnics and the car blew up and it was like, yeah, cool. And we're just in the desert, just drinking sangria.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It's like the plot line to a Michael Bay film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember Adnan, the founder of Car Throttle, we were just like standing on a rock and we were just like, yeah, boy. We made it.
Did you have your sunglasses on?
I should. No, I don't think I did. No,
no.
I was so far from verification as well.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have really counted. Yeah, no, we've had some good times and we've had some very bad times.
Yeah.
Jack, what about you? Is it just all been bad?
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah. When
Yeah.
I think about Car Throttle and working with you guys, I just
Yeah.
want to curl up into a ball and just weep.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all
Yeah.
the time.
It's understandable, babe.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I swear, any times where we're in the US and stuff, and we're just like in the sun driving around, like when we were tracking them Koenigsegg's, I was just like, oh, this is a cool thing to do. Like, I do enjoy this. It's the little moments like that I enjoy. There's nothing really that big that springs to mind, but
Or do some tracking on like a 205 or something.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Wow, we've made it.
A 205 Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
That is the one.
What
That's
a
the
motor.
dream. Yeah, proper motor. Yeah. Anyway, Becky, I want to talk a little bit about TV versus YouTube versus traditional journalism because you're like breaking more and more into the TV segment, aren't you?
I'd like to think so. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's the way I'd like it to go.
Yeah, that's the way we'd all like it, but we can't all be as fortunate. So you've done traditionally YouTube,
Yeah.
and you've been like invited on launches and done stuff where there's been like the traditional like older journalists.
Yeah.
What's life been like? And have you seen like a transition between like the journalists now moving into YouTube and you're like, ha, you. Now you're in my world, bitch.
I just think, it's just naturally resilience. There was always going to be resilience because from their point of view, they remind me of my dad a little bit. They're like, I've paid my dues.
Yeah.
I've spent this amount of time. I studied journalism. I've worked at this, and it's gradually
You're actually
it gets
talking about me.
it gets more like as you go down the line. And I just think that there was that resistance, and they'd lived a pretty cushy life for quite a long time. They've been on these press trips. They've been getting nice treatment. They were in charge of it all, basically. And as YouTubers kind of came up, and yes, I do get their point that maybe they've studied more in the craft of how to create a car review. I'm being very careful of how I say this. And I will say that, yes, like myself, I'll be honest with you, I was an amateur. Picked up the camera, learned as I went along, read the spec sheet really carefully. And, you're giving your opinion. And I think that's where they got really pissed off and needed to relax, because at the end of the day, they were there doing a technical review and they were doing a comparison. Whereas we were like, do I like this car or do I not like this car? And then based off that advocacy, people could make their own decision, as opposed to being like, well, it's 3 inches higher than the previous model. And actually the suspension travel is particularly worse. So do you know what I mean? It was one of them. I think that right now you're always going to have your greats, and I know Chris Harris and I'm friends with him, and I always say to him like, "You're a cantankerous old bastard because you were the first influencer, so can you stop?" Do you know? And
I don't know how we take to that.
No, I know him, and I'm hugely, I think he's brilliant at what he does, and he was the first person when I first met him. He said, cut the shit. Everybody wants to see someone that looks like you but can drive like me. I'm beyond repair, but you can get better at driving. And I was like, whoa. And that's exactly what I did, and it has done wonders for my career. So I can't ever say anything other than praise for him. But it is just that situation of people feeling like they're encroaching on their ground.
So after Chris Harris, who's your second favourite?
That's a hard one. Ethan. Yeah. No, you, Alex.
Yeah.
Verified queen over here. I love the way you fell straight into that. This is going to be so good. Peer pressure is real.
Yeah.
Love that. No,
Love that.
it's very. No, I have total and utter appreciation for journalists and what they do, which is why, I always say with my videos, I am not if I'm giving a review, it's my opinion, take or leave it. You watch my channel because you want to hear my opinion.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's like they can't understand that someone can give a different angle. to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The funny thing is now they're doing the YouTube videos, and now they're doing the thumbnails with us. Big reaction. It's like, oh wow, 5 or 6 years ago, you wouldn't have thought you would be doing that, would you?
There's loads of it. To be honest, it's been quite cathartic for me because when I first started my YouTube channel, I was still in the car scene, like the traditional car scene, where you get up at 5 o'clock on a Sunday, you make sure that you polish your belt buckles, your wheels, on it, the whole lot. You know, it was a very laborious process.
Big time, big time.
But it was ritual, like car park meets and Stoner Park, Edition 38, Players, all of these different shows. It was life. That was my life. The show circuit was my life. And then when I moved into YouTube, everyone was like, "Who do you think you are?" Do you know what I mean? It was a real bone of contention, and that was when social was. There was only a handful. There's probably the big five. Do you know what I mean? There's Paul and I can't remember Paul, Sam, them boys. So when I made that jump into YouTube, it was like all the original show lot were like, "What are you doing? Who do you think you are?" And I got like attacked in a bar, like in the middle of Worthesay. I went to Worthesay, not attacked, not physically attacked, but verbally attacked in a bar because they were like, "Who the do you think?"
By a girl or by
blokes?
By blokes, really?
Yeah,
Bloody hell.
4 blokes, and it was just like. They were telling me like, well, "Who do you think you are?" It was a load of shit, all the rest of it.
Jesus.
Guess he's got a YouTube channel now.
Yeah. And a TV deal, and is appearing on the Car Throttle podcast. Not you old.
No, do you know what? I have let that go, kind of. But it was just one of those. It happened all along the way. People just don't like new things.
Yeah.
How did you get into cars?
My dad.
Yeah.
My dad was a huge influence on my life, like from day dot. All I can remember when I was really young, my dad used to start his car up and it used to make me cry because it was straight through exhaust, and I didn't understand the concept of straight through exhaust. That's all I knew. Just knew it was like a monster had been started in the back garden. So I was like, okay, scared. Grew up going to Santa Pod. Dad's very heavily involved in drag racing. He's like FIA, MSA. Like he became very much involved in the safety regulation side of things because there was a few instances when I think he saw his friends die and he was like, "Don't want this situation ever again." So he stopped driving, went into safety. I did go-karting from 8 to 13, then got a little junior drag. So I did that from 13 to 17. I was just always around it. I couldn't, I say the same thing every time someone asks me. If you have one parent that's Spanish, one that's English, you're going to grow up bilingual. Same thing. Mm-hmm. Dad loved cars, therefore by proxy, I loved cars, So it's just in my blood, to be honest.
That's awesome. Very cool. And tell us a bit more about your YouTube channel. What are you kind of getting up to recently on there?
So I've kind of got to a point with my channel where I'm like, I have 5 cars and I don't know what I'm doing with them. Like the E21 needs an engine swap. So there's loads of things to be done there. I just need to put some time, money and effort into that. Yeah. The F80, I think I'm selling it. I've just bought that one that you've seen out there. The S15, the head gasket's gone. Yeah, what's the other one?
You've got a 930 Porsche.
No, that's the one. Yeah. The 930 is grand, but it's developed a oil leak from, but apparently that's normal, but it's coming down the bottom of the, it's like on the heat exchangers and then it's pooling and then spitting back onto the exhaust. And I'm like,
Ethan will fix that for you.
I saw that out. I've done an exhaust.
But it's the bottom, it's coming around the bottom of the rocker cover. I think it's just, there's a few places where it's, and apparently they do that, but it just gives me a heart attack. Like, it gives the anxiety.
Yeah.
The anxiety.
That's why you didn't arrive in it today.
No, I took it out yesterday. I went to an event in it yesterday and I was having heart palpitations on the way home.
Oh.
No, it's not that bad. I feel like I'm underselling it. It's an amazing, amazing car, and it's the amalgamation of everything that I've done so far. It was like up until that point. That point was the point, which is why when I say with the channel right now, I'm like, kind of came in and did what I wanted to do. So now I just need to crack on with the bits and bobs.
Now you like YouTube TV money.
No, I love making the YouTube videos because it's a memory box for me. That's all I see it as. There's so many amazing memories locked into my YouTube channel with my dad, with my other half. Like last year when the lockdown happened, I just packed my car up and went to Ireland and just experienced Irish life and was finding different Irish enthusiasts and, getting Cosworths and there's all these wicked cars. Just totally out the norm for me. And I just lived over there and we were messing about and changing gearboxes and clutches and I learnt loads. And
yeah, that's awesome.
It was just a really good time. Like even though it was a poo time, it was a good time at the same time because it gave me a different experience. And all of those memories are locked into my YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. It's more of I would say a living CV for me, like especially going forward as a presenter. You if anybody wants to go like, who is this girl? There you go.
Yeah.
There's a living dart. You can go back to my first video where I can barely look at the camera in the eye. And I'm like, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing some videos about cars. And then
Is that your last video?
exactly. No, yeah, it's just the whole process.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
awesome.
journey.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Right, let's move the podcast on now to a grinds my gears.
Or
Thank you very much. I was waiting
Grinds
for that. Ethan, do you want to read this one out?
sure. This is from Rayan.
Rehan?
Hi guys, hope you're all well. I grind my gears for you. People who blur out the number plate when they're selling their cars. I get they have told me what's good and bad about the car, but I always like to have a look at the MOT history and to make sure there's nothing dodgy that hasn't been mentioned. What do you guys think about this? Love the podcast. Keep it up. Thanks for helping us get through the lockdown. All the best, Rayan.
Yeah. Don't blow your number plate.
It's really annoying when we're doing our challenge videos.
Yeah, exactly. You're wasting our time.
Yeah.
And then
And
you've got
we
to-
actually just skip past them.
Yeah, we
if
do.
we can't look at the MOT history.
Yeah. So what are you trying to hide? Stop it.
It's very interesting.
Trying to hide 5 failures in
Could be worse.
5 years.
Could be like 4D plates.
Oh. I was actually very surprised not to see a 4D plate on your E92.
get
I was like,
stuff.
wow.
Whoa! I haven't even put that cut. When's this coming out?
Next Monday.
Oh, that's grand. Okay. Shit, I'm going to have to get on with that then.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't told the world I've got that car
Becky's just bought an E92 M3.
yet. That's fine. I'll get the video up for Sunday. Jesus, Alex, you're making me work.
Got to edit this.
Yeah. She's like, oh, TV, come on. You don't make me
I feel like you're more affected by this than I am. You keep
Oh.
mentioning it.
What? The fact that I'm not on TV?
Oh my God.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Classic projection, darling.
God, she
I-
knows me so well. already. It's
I
been-
actually can't believe you haven't made it to TV yet.
Why? Because I'm that good.
No.
It's because you're dragging me down. It's your editing. It's just not on point.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll edit better.
Conversation for another time. Anyway, 4D plates, yes or no?
No, mate. Absolutely no.
3D plates.
No.
What? How are they different?
Just have a normal plate. Just have
Yeah.
a normal. If you want absolute max, slight smoke. But like slight, very minor. I just think anything where the plates look like they've been done in shellac, I can't cope. Like it's just, it's a no for me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wow, Jesus.
It's
I know.
like
I am surprised. I'm not gonna lie.
it's like when you're in Photoshop and you're like, oh, I might emboss this text.
Yeah, that's
and then
exactly
you
what
do
it
it
is.
and you're like, no, that looks awful.
Does it piss you off the whole people blur number plates?
I mean, it's a bit stupid, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
the first thing you want to do is check out, and also even if you want to get a quote from your insurer,
Yeah.
that's the first thing I do when I look at a car. I'm like, can't afford it, but can you tell me how much it would be to drive this? I can't check because you've blurred the number. I don't see the point of it.
Yeah.
When I've seen ads like this recently, I just ask them what the reg is, even if I have no intention of buying a car.
Piss them off,
just for for them to have to write it down and send it.
Maybe
to
we
someone.
should do that in our next video. Just go through and just call everyone up who's got blurred number plates.
Just
to
piss
wake
people off.
No, just ask them. Excuse me, why have you blurred your plate?
Yeah.
We're
I'm
trying
trying to hide my just a bit of anonymity in there. Anonymity. I had to think about that.
Spell it.
ANONIMITY.
It's a Y after the.
Anonymity. ANONIMITY.
I think it's Y.
I said Y.
Oh no, I.
There's 2 Ys, I think.
How was there 2 Ys?
I think after
there's
the
not.
second N.
Anonymity.
Sorry,
it's
guys.
not.
We will bring this back to cars any second.
Absolutely not. Right, anyway, forget it. There's
Wow.
not 2 Ys.
Someone's angry. Is there something you want to talk about?
No, I just like
You're all right.
spelling. I'm good at spelling.
I'm a good speller.
I'm really good at spelling. All right.
Right, let's move it on before we get slapped. Ethan section. Shun. We can't afford an actual reverb thing, so we have to do it ourselves.
They're really expensive, aren't they?
They are
Reverb
proper
machines,
expensive.
yeah.
Is it like £10 a pop for a reverb?
I think so. If we can't afford that,
In the edit.
In the edit, in the editing suite, you have to pay like £10.
yeah, I'm
Really?
charging for it.
No.
Oh, right.
She's been making me feel stupid the whole podcast. Now it's my turn. Right, go for it.
This week, I'm going to talk about an experience last week that I had, which was very, very scary.
You've had a really busy couple of weeks.
a really
haven't you?
tough couple of weeks,
You got
yeah.
pulled over by the Rozzers and then this.
Yeah. There was something else as well. Oh, I drove through the red light inexplicably.
Yeah.
Don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like you should be on the road.
No.
Yeah.
When it all adds up, I don't think I'm very good at driving. You were going to tell me that, weren't you?
Oh yeah, I mean, like, duh.
Okay. But last week I was driving our 300 ZX, which I won't tell you what's for, but it's coming out in a video soon.
Yeah.
I was driving that on the M40 actually, probably like 5 miles from here.
Oxfordshire Autobahn.
Yeah.
According to some YouTubers, yeah.
It was about 6:30 in the morning, and I was driving the middle lane, and all of a sudden, it felt like I was losing power, or I was accelerating. It just wasn't doing anything, and then it just went bang. Like, what was that? And steering had gone. Car was really not happy. Had a bit of a battle on my hands.
Was it knocking?
No, wow, I pulled in and the tyre exploded.
Oh,
the
that's
front
fine
left tyre. And I haven't had that happen before.
I was going to say, did you not feel it in the steering?
This is Ethan we're talking
Well,
about.
yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
I'm
well,
surprised it
no,
didn't just then carry on.
I knew something wasn't right. Pulled in and it really gone as well.
Yeah.
That probably shit me up.
Didn't know what it was.
Oh, what's happened there?
Check the oil. It's fine.
But that if you're feeling tired at 6:30 in the morning, that will wake you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, one of our camera ops, Alistair, pulled in behind me like 2 minutes later. He was coming to the shoot, and we changed the wheel onto the Space Saver, so we were going to drive it into Bicester to get it changed. But when we put the Space Saver on, we could see that was going flat. We're like, okay.
Yeah.
But we couldn't find a mobile wheel
Man.
mobile
War man.
yeah, a mobile wheel
Person.
I just needed to get it into Bicester, which was only a couple of miles away. So just drove it on the Space Saver. That went straight away.
Oh, come on,
my
Ethan. What are you up to?
But luckily we got it past the junction roundabout and off the road. So I wasn't on the hard shoulder anymore of the M40.
Yeah. Because that's never fun.
That's never
No,
fun.
no.
But luckily then, our next camera up, Edwin, wasn't far behind. He took the wheel into Bicester to get it done. Got it changed. But that was just one stressful couple of hours that I really didn't need that morning.
Yeah.
And you were driving that car up to filming, and then I was the one who was actually driving it, and you were like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, here's the car. The wheel's cracked.
Yeah.
There's the
Four
track.
places.
Off,
Yeah.
Out you go. Yeah.
Have fun.
So then I had to abuse this car all day with this like
Yeah.
Is
crack.
that why you drove so slowly the whole day?
I was kind of pranging out a little bit, yeah. And every time I spun out a couple of times that day as well. I was quite proud of myself.
Well, the
But,
car or you span out?
I think because of the cracked wheel, it was just throwing me off a little bit. But yeah. But and then I had to drive it back like 3 hours or however long it was on that cracked wheel, just slowly losing air pressure. And it was all your fault.
It's not my fault. I couldn't help.
Well, you broke it. It was with you when you broke the car.
How can I know that was going to happen?
I don't know.
He was driving. He phoned me up at 6:30. He was like, Alex, I think there's something wrong with the car. It's like, you probably should pull over. He's like, okay, I'll do it in a little bit.
So I didn't do that. The car did that.
Yeah.
Stop blaming
Don't
me.
blame the car.
He bought the car. You inspected the tyres.
So you were
I've
with
had a
me.
tough week, Ethan.
I've had a really tough week.
It's okay, sweet. I see you.
And I have to work with these clowns.
Yeah.
I had a tyre blowout once after we did a big shoot in Azerbaijan for it would have been MotoGP. And I was absolutely by the end of it. And then driving back on the M25, my tyre blew out with like a car full of equipment that I pulled over to the side and it was tipping down with rain. So I got all the camera equipment out to the side of the road, like got the Space Saver and put it on. And I was so knackered and absolutely shagged that you know, in Shawshank Redemption, when he crawls through the tunnel and he makes it.
Yeah.
I literally did that on the side of the M25 in the rain with this car. I just put this tyre on. I was like,
T-shirt off.
yeah. I was so relieved.
Platoon.
It's the worst when you're tired.
Oh, it's terrible.
You probably shouldn't be driving when you're that tired, Jack.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't. No. I think it's the rumble strip that did it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, woke you up.
The old alarm clocks.
Yeah.
But actually, I did a little bit of research into I was curious to see how many tyres explode.
Yeah.
And there was actually this article on the Express, Daily Express, whatever they're called. And they said they had an article where they had some Halfords experts saying that they think
Sorry. What?
Those two words don't
two
go
words.
together. Yeah.
Not-
some Halfords
Employees,
researchers
researchers, again pushing it.
think that 23 million people drive with underinflated tyres,
Oh,
and that 23% of the population wouldn't be confident enough to fill up their tyres at a petrol station.
really?
Yeah.
Just looking for the edge of the grip.
I like it.
Is that how you play it?
I mean, James runs like 8 psi and it's rear tires, so yeah.
Really?
Yeah, genuinely.
Oh wow.
Or just go to the shops?
Yeah, no.
Drifting to Waitrose.
I was just simply using the same, idea. Maybe
Right,
that's what
right,
it
yeah.
is, but no, I completely understand. I do. Sometimes, do you ever just see somebody rock past in like, I don't know, a Picasso and think, holy shit, your tires are about to burst.
yeah.
Like a people carrier dad, no inference on the lives inside this vehicle,
Yeah,
and yet
yeah.
he's running 20 psi,
Yeah.
if not less.
And also, you see people on the side of the road with a flat tire, and they're just like, I don't know what to do. It's like, change the wheel, man, or put some of that spaff in there. But they're like, nah,
Spaff.
spaff,
Spaff.
wheel spaff.
Wheel spaff. That's noxious stuff,
It is
I got it on the outside of my wheel and it's just taken like the
because it ruins your
coating
wheel,
off.
doesn't it?
It absolutely wrecks your wheel. Yeah.
But it gets you home.
Kind of.
I mean, it depends where home is.
Yeah.
Depends how far you. Right then, let us now move it on to another section of the podcast, and this is inspired by someone who's written in called Guraj. Sorry if I've got your name wrong. He said, "Why don't you do a game based off the awesome website howmanyleft.co.uk? Do you know that? Do you know the website?
No.
You basically any car you want, say like E92 M3 for example, Becky's new car. Type it into howmanyleft.com and then find out howmanyleft.com.
It's very good. I mean, it's fit for purpose.
Yes. So I've done some research and I've got a list of cars that you are not privy to. So I'm going to give you 2 choices. I think we're going to do 5 rounds.
Whoa.
You're going to tell me if you think there's more or less of each of those
Or
cars.
fewer.
Fewer.
More or less. No, that doesn't. More.
I just thought I'd take a punt.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You lost this one.
Yeah.
This is guesswork.
And then I want you to tell me how many of those cars you think there are actually left on the road, because you might be nearly there or you might be wildly incorrect. Okay. So I'm going to get my laptop back a little bit because Becky's from Coventry,
I can still see.
No, finish that sentence.
which is a lovely shithole. No, I joke, but it is horrible. Okay, so we've got stop it. I see you eyeing up my laptop.
I was just looking into your eyes.
No.
No, you trust me, you'd be lost by now.
I wouldn't do that.
Lost in my verified eyes.
Staring into the heart of darkness.
There we go.
On the edge of oblivion. So
She's like Frodo at the edge of a volcano. Okay, so car 1, we've got BMW Z3 M Coupe. Car 2, we've got a Porsche 928. All variants of 928. Are there more BMW Z3 M Coupes or are there more Porsche 928s? Jack,
I think there's more Porsches.
Ethan,
I was going to say Porsches as well.
Becky,
I thought it was a Z3. Z3Ms though, specifically.
a Z3 M Coupe.
3M.
So not the convertible. Z3
And
M
928 is all variations
All
of.
variants.
Okay, maybe.
When's the
it's not.
last time you saw a Z3 M Coupe? And when's the last time you saw a Porsche
I
928?
saw a Z3M Coupe Friday before last.
And when you also saw a 928 on the same day?
3 days ago.
Did I?
Yes, it was at the petrol station.
Ah, how
Yeah.
good of me.
Yes, that was when you
Well
were,
done.
Thank you.
That was when you were pretty much crying. Like, oh, I'm so tired.
Was I?
Oh, it's been such a.
He
long
does that
day.
every day. You can't use that for Judgment Day of the week. It was.
I can't.
Oh, I've got a little tickly cough coming up.
Please tell me.
Okay, so you're saying, which one are you saying?
Porsche.
More Porsches.
I would have to agree now when you said all variations.
Okay, all of you are right.
Oh.
Oh,
So, okay.
I was waiting. I was like, shit, wrong answer.
Okay, so how many licensed M Coupes do you think there are on the road right now? And this is based off Q4 of 2020.
Licensed.
Yeah, so being driven around on the road, how many Z3 M Coupes are there?
141.
32.
7.
240. So Ethan wins this
He's
round.
got one.
You're actually like scarily good at shit like this. It's
Oh,
very
it's
irritating.
No, he's lucky. Don't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
confused.
And declared Sawn, if you're interested, 250.
Oh, really?
Really?
So there's
Oh,
literally-
wow.
There's like another half that
Yeah,
off the road.
exactly.
Some
Yeah.
gems to be finding.
Absolutely. In terms of the Porsche 928s, 687 are licensed, 1,500 declared Sawn.
What?
Remember that one we saw at the petrol station?
Yeah.
That was probably one of them. Yeah. And they're proper spenny. The one we saw is probably about
Yeah.
30 grand's worth.
What are they
Porsche
doing?
928s.
Did you get
People
the
sat
night?
on
That's
gold
the one
ones.
who's got the V8 in, is it? The 90.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
those disgusting, ugly
It's
flip-up
really,
headlights.
it's not a very good looking car.
No.
But it's just interesting.
It's
that
just
it has-
cool, isn't it?
That's why everyone's
Just
hiding them
cool.
away, is it?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
Sawn.
yeah.
This will make money when I'm older.
Okay.
It's Alex all over it.
A nice,
isn't
a nice little nest egg for me.
it? Yes.
All right. Are we done? Like from one verified account to another, you can't do me bad at it.
Catch up, baby.
Anyway, next car or next pair of cars, we have got the Audi 80, all variants, or Fiat Coupe 20 valve turbo.
Ooh.
Are there more Audis or are there more Fiat Coupe 20 valve turbos? Oh, Jack?
I think there's more Fiats.
I'd say more Audis.
Oh.
Audi
I
80s.
was gonna go Audi,
20
yeah.
valves.
Really?
Audi 80.
Really?
The old cheese wedge.
Okay. I can confirm. Jack, you're wrong.
I thought it was going to be, a trick question. I've judged it poorly.
How many Audi 80s of all variants do you think there are on the road?
223.
481.
532.
You win this round. There's 1,000
Oh.
Is
Audi
there?
80s on our roads.
Really?
And there are 2,700 declared Sawn.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
2,700.
That's quite a lot.
Declared Sawn. So that one that we nearly bought when it was a toss-up between that and the MR2, we could have been part of like 1,000 crew.
The best one we got was the Proton.
Yes!
What was it called?
Proton.
Oh, Donald Dump.
Donald Dump.
Because we bought this Proton for 200 quid and it was one of 4.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And we buggered it. So then
Well, no, I
Then
took
it
a wrong
became-
turn down a green lane.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then it became none of 3.
Yeah. As for the Fiat Coupe 20 valve turbo, 449 are licensed, 1,000 declared Sawn. I just need one of those 1,000.
I feel like this is a series in itself. Like,
Yeah.
show me your Sawn bit,
Yeah.
and then you can just get everyone to show you who's got what they've got behind. closed
Copyright.
doors. Yeah, that's my idea.
No, that's our idea. It's our idea.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
It's our idea.
Oh, well,
It's-
you got to get me to present it then, huh?
Oh, we'll do a collab.
Look at He's going to have to wear high heels.
I'd love to. Actually. It'd be so good.
No, but I think that's a cool idea. Like,
Yeah, and it's also our idea. Get over it. No, you can join.
Next.
Okay. Go. Okay, next pair of cars. We've got a Nissan 300 ZX Turbo or a Plymouth Prowler.
Is that, oh, is that the thing with the engine like, somewhere?
Yeah, it's got an engine
Got it.
somewhere.
I'll have
Yeah.
to Google this.
Yeah, Google it.
Plymouth Prowler.
Yeah. Wow.
Plymouth Prowler, how many?
No, wait.
No, I'm just googling what they look like.
You got it?
Are they a bit like quirky, like hot rod?
Furry,
or
yes,
something?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay.
That's the one you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay, so Becky, are there more
Yeah,
Nissan 300 ZX Turbos
Turbos.
or more Plymouth Prowlers on the UK roads?
This is an unadulterated guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ZXs.
Ethan?
Plymouth.
Really?
Mm.
Jack?
I think
I
there's
feel
more
like
ZXs.
that is a poker face right there anyway.
What about this one? Becky wins.
Ah,
Did you say the Plymouth Prowler?
No, I did not.
no, I said the Plymouth Prowler.
Okay, you were wrong. Ethan wins this round.
How?
Okay.
I'm 3 for 3.
How many Nissan 300 ZXs do we think, ZX Turbos, do we think there are on the
It was
roads?
a little bit too specific, really, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. You failed this round and all of a sudden you're not happy. How many do we think are on the road?
368.
120.
Becky?
Is this the Prowler?
No, this is the 300 ZX Turbo.
Oh, 350.
There's only 87.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. With 338 declared Sawn.
Oh, those are the ones I was thinking of.
In terms of Plymouth Prowler, 414 on UK roads.
Why the So many of them.
I've only seen
I feel
one
like-
in my life in the UK.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
They're in the same sort of class as like 300Cs.
Yeah.
And
No, they're way more shit than those.
Crossfires? Chrysler Crossfires?
Way more
Yeah.
shit than those.
What's the other one I was thinking? Oh, PT Cruiser.
Oh,
We love them.
Yeah, we got a video of one of those.
I
coming
kind of
up
like
soon.
them.
We've actually got one for sale,
I have
Have
one
you?
outside my
Yeah.
house if you want
Really?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
blue.
Love it.
and it's convertible.
Yeah.
It's a bit of you actually.
Yeah.
That's what you're missing.
I need a crap convertible for the summer, so I'm about it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Look,
Look no more.
yeah, we'll do a good price.
how much?
We'll
Go on.
talk.
Only
Good.
4.
Only
400.
Yeah. No.
Oh, get it off.
40,000.
Shit off.
Shit off.
And there's Coventry. Okay, and the actually we got 2 more sets. You're gonna like this one. Chrysler PT Cruiser
No.
versus Fiat Multipla.
Well, I know
all variants.
there is absolutely loads of PT Cruisers about.
Okay,
They
so
have meats.
are there more PT Cruisers or are there more Fiat Multiplas?
I would hope there's more multiplers.
I think
But
there's
is that
more-
not going to be the case?
I'm gonna go
I don't know.
More multiplers.
There is, yeah. Maybe multiples.
Well, you say maybe multipla. Claim it. I mean, claim it.
Got to be. Got to
Do you know what? I'm
be.
gonna stick to my guns. I'm just gonna go PT Cruiser. Wrong or right?
You'd be correct.
Hey!
Oh, no.
No.
There
How
are
sad is that?
Why
5,000
There are loads
PT
of
Cruisers.
There
What?
are loads of them.
There
because
are
I see them.
1,800 multiplers.
No.
Do you know
of
I-
old and new variants.
Do you know I have a dirty secret?
Is this something for the podcast?
My dad used to have a PT Cruiser
Oh.
years ago, and I remember thinking later on as I got older, I was like, "That was a crap machine."
Why?
Dad. Why?
Yeah.
I think he just loves. I don't know. I don't know.
Explains so much about your personality. It really does.
But it was a lovely red colour. And
Yep.
My dad loved it, and we went to France in it. That's all. I
Oh
remember.
wow! It actually got you there.
Yeah,
Wow.
it did, but the aircon didn't work.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
Thank you. Okay, this is the last pairing. We have got Vauxhall Lotus Carlton versus a Mazda MX-3 V6. Are there more Vauxhall Lotus Carltons?
All the
or Mazda
Carltons were
MX-3
written off or
V6s?
like
Yeah.
claimed back by the police.
MX3.
Ooh.
You
More-
think there's
more
more
of.
More
Yeah.
of-
I agree.
MX3s.
I agree.
More MX-3s.
Yeah, Carlton. A lot of them died, unfortunately. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
be a sheep.
You'd all be right.
Yay.
Yay.
Hey.
How many Vauxhall Lotus Carltons do you think there are registered on the road?
63.
24.
31.
There are 44
Oh.
registered on UK roads.
I knew that. Told you.
Yeah.
I actually made the guess before looking, though. To be fair,
You did,
I
yeah.
So
With 143 sawn versus a Mazda MX-3, 56 registered, 125.
Close.
So
Very close.
if you see either of those 2 cars, you've actually seen a proper unicorn.
Couple of unicorns.
Yeah. I don't know which one I'd want between those 2. So
Lotus Carlton.
V6 or an English.
The Carlton's
Saloon.
cooler, is it?
Yes, massively.
Yeah,
I was taking the
Carlton's
piss.
Oh.
very cool.
Massively.
Oh, I knew that.
Yay, cars.
yeah.
I like cars.
That was so witty.
Yeah, I'm forced to like cars. I like cars. Anyway, next section, car advice. Jack, do you want to read this out?
Hey, Jack, Alex, and the main man, Ethan.
Oh, what? What?
Yes, Ethan.
Yeah.
I currently drive an Nismo 370Z and currently putting far too many miles on it, commuting to work, 400 plus miles a week. That seems like quite a lot.
Yeah.
And ruining its value, not to mention added wear and tear of stone chips, etc. So can you guys suggest me some quirky ideas for a second car? Criteria, quirky and different. I love a good JDM Nugget, relatively good on fuel, relatively cheap to maintain and insure, and 4 seats.
Oh.
The budget is 4 to 4.5K. I was thinking of importing a Suzuki Alto Turbo RS, if that helps get the juices flying for the ideas. Thanks in advance, guys. That's from Colin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cheers, Colin.
I think that, but yeah, I got my
Becky, you got a car in
cube.
mind?
One of those.
The cube?
Yeah.
This
Whoa.
cube.
Oh,
Whoa. Well, what we were?
Quirky.
Yeah.
Quirky by nature.
Yeah.
And they're pretty cool, actually. When I was in Russia, like loads of people had them, bizarrely, because obviously Russia's next. It's near to Japan, doesn't matter. But yeah, no, I just thought they were really cool.
Yeah.
And they're definitely. Have you seen them slammed
Yes.
with wheels? and stuff?
Yeah.
They look baller.
Yeah.
That would look really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. You can get a double din head unit as well. Like get really good sound system in there with it. You can do quite a few cool little bits and bobs to them. So I would say personally that would be my suggestion.
Nice. I've gone, if you want to be really boring, Celica 1.8 VVTLI.
Like Alex.
Oh, burn.
Nice.
We're just
Some
gonna
ice.
bleep everything that comes out of your mouth. Most of it's shit anyway. 1.8 VVTLI, 190 horsepower, $3,000, boring, as Becky kind of said. A Mazda 323 V6, which is a 2-litre V6, 147 horsepower, £4,000, or a Mazda MX-3 1.8 V6, 128 horsepower, $3,000.
Quite rare though.
Very rare, very, very rare, and they are going up in value actually. So if you hold on to one of those for a couple of years, you'll be able to sell it for like £3,100. So that's, I mean, a win is a win.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
You are the oracle.
I am all about win. Jack.
Do you know what I've been liking recently? Is the Yaris T Sports.
Oh,
Oh,
are they 1.5s?
You can get 1.5. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you imagine just bashing the absolute shit out of that? Though? Just
How,
like
how
not
would you do it?
caring.
How would you do it? Bashing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then into a wall.
Nice. No, I was feeling it there.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, yeah. Oh, there's a wall.
But you could get such a good one. You'd have so much change left over as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just say screw it.
Yeah.
Just don't
Yeah.
care about it. Yeah. Just daily the
Live
shit
your
out of
life.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live, laugh, love.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh yeah, you could get that on the windscreen.
You could do.
Yeah.
Just get a banner.
I mean, that's- yeah.
Or you could get one of those dream chasers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you know
look
that I do a variant, which we were talking about with our fan bill.
Oh, what was it?
E46. Cream chasers,
Creep.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Because we're the cream team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We chase. We just
Is that
Is
better?
this a
That's better.
euphemism for?
Oh God! That's
wow.
disgusting.
Oh my god.
Is it or no?
That's disgusting.
It's whatever you want it to be, and we know where
We're not chasing.
where your mind goes in the
Chase-
gutter.
What?
Chasing.
Cats, we're just cool cats. Cream chasers.
Oh, we love that cream.
You're right. You're just picturing all of us chasing cream.
Do you need a minute?
Ethan gets all the cream, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
What's happened?
I don't know. I'm sorry where this podcast has gone.
Do we have to edit this bit? Yeah,
Probably. We'll just edit Becky out.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
What? Was I slightly off the bar?
No, you're pretty much on.
We all were.
You're on the money.
Yeah. It's just like we're intelligent enough not to have to say it.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Sorry. This is like the boy girl thing. Like girls are like, is that what that is?
Chasing the cream.
Brilliant, love
Oh.
it. Ethan, what about your suggestion?
I've got a suggestion.
Go
I do
on.
have one.
Go on,
This
boy.
is half serious. No, this is serious. It's got more than 4 seats. Toyota Previa,
Oh gosh, I don't even know. I honestly do not know.
like
what it
a
looks
people
like.
carrier,
Okay.
like a Galaxy type thing.
Okay. People carry.
That's a bit of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be a bit of Colin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quirky,
Not really a negative.
qu-
though.
why-
cheap.
Why is it quirky?
Quirky isn't
Like
nobody
7
knows
seats.
what it is.
Yeah,
So,
no.
okay.
He's like, I've got a 4-seat car, but actually it's got 7 seats.
Wow.
That's quirky.
Okay.
Quirky as in everyone
two in
thinks
the
you're a
boot,
moron
though.
for buying one.
Sorry.
A 2 in the boot though.
Yes.
So like the little fold down one.
Another
Yeah.
euphemism?
Not really seats.
2 in the boat.
What?
What?
I don't know. You said it.
Oh, well, no, Becky said it.
Anyhow.
Yeah. Probably good on fuel. Probably cheap to maintain and insure.
Yeah.
Uh, It's got more than 4 seats. So actually, and that's going to be like $1,000. You'd be fine.
Okay, Colin.
Get a Micra.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, get a
Solid
Micra,
car.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But
K-
not-
K11, K10, K11, K11.
Get K11. Yeah.
Micras. I don't know where it's from. Do you remember there was like somebody talking about a micro and it's like, it's shiny and bright. Shite. That's all I remember from a micro. It's
That's
just
amazing.
that.
Who said that?
I don't know.
Okay.
But it's whenever we were at a car show, it was not shiny and bright, that isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Shite.
Shy. You got to say it like that, like you're from
No, you
Yorkshire.
My mum's from Wakefield, so.
Wakefield.
Oh,
Wakefield.
Wakefield.
Wakefield. Yeah, she's a Westfield gate girl.
Wow. Should we move it on? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're now going to put a spotlight on a YouTuber in a segment we call YouTuber Spotlight.
You come up with a name.
Yeah.
It's a solid one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We're not going to do Queen Bee because she's had enough.
Yeah.
Enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
Today we're going
I've
to
had
be
enough.
You've really had
I've
enough.
had enough.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
we're going to shout out Usher Engineering 179. If you want some wholesome content,
Yeah.
that's the place to go. It's just a father-daughter duo which run a fabrication shop in Kings Lynn, I think, and they just make
Awesome.
stuff. They just make stuff and work on their project cars, and it's really it's proper wholesome, good quality content. So yeah, you got to go and check them out.
How many subs have they got?
I think I've got like 30,000 subs.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
they're a little, but yeah, go and have a look at them.
Nice. That sounds like I might watch that.
You would actually probably like
would
it,
benefit.
yeah.
I do
You
like
would benefit.
I do like fabrication stuff. So
Do you?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not wood, but you know,
Okay.
It's like really, really hard wood.
Cold wood.
You got
that's
really
a good
cold
way of
wood,
thinking
yeah.
about it.
Cold,
actually,
shiny
yeah.
wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Should we call it there?
Yeah,
It's been a good podcast.
It has.
Yeah.
Becky, any more words of encouragement or advice to people, or do you want to talk about TV money?
No. Just always big thank you to anybody that supported me in the journey, and thank you so much for having me on here, and I appreciate it all. Thank you.
All right, it's the nicest thing you've said.
I know.
Yeah.
You wait till that's off.
All right. Anyway, that now concludes the Car Throttle podcast. Don't forget, we're going to be taking a little break for a while. I hope you've enjoyed listening to other people's stories and us ranting on. And hopefully it's going to inspire you to email us your tales, unpopular opinions, and anything you want to get off your chest for a future date. Okay? Let us know by emailing carstories@carthrottle.com, or just tell us that you've enjoyed the podcast and maybe, we'll revisit it sooner rather than later. As for us, you can find Becky on Instagram @QueenB, verified account.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on Instagram, or to Alex, verified account.
I'm at
Thank you very much.
I'm Jack W. Joy, unverified.
I'm at Ethan Smale, unverified. And you can follow Car Throttle @Car Throttle in all the usual places.
Also verified.
And are they verified? Are we verified?
Yes.
Car Throttle? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We've done well there.
Well, I hope so.
And you can check out the shop.carthrottle.com.
Before we go, let's hand it over to King of the One-Liner, Jack, to play us out with a joke.
I've got a really, really weak one today.
Is it like a proper dad joke?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
What do you call a sad coffee?
Well, let's try and work it out.
You will work it
A
out.
sad coffee. A sad coffee.
Oh, come on.
A cup settuccino.
No.
No.
What? Oh, that was weak.
Oh,
that was really weak.
a sad coffee.
It's a depresso.
Oh, come
What a sad way to end.
on. Yeah. Have you got
I can't believe you didn't get it. I would have thought I was like staring you in the face.
No.
Oh.
No. There we go. Another one. Go on. Yeah.
I really like my furniture. Me and my recliner go way back.
That's a good one.
There you go.
That's a good one.
Excellent. Do you have any, or should we probably not ask?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Not PC.
Okay.
You heard that one earlier.
Yeah, it was good but bad. Anyway, thank you very much for watching the podcast, listening to the podcast. We've got 40 podcasts for you to listen to. So if you're really bored and you're really not enjoying work, then just listen to it. I mean, it's quite boring, but it will waste some time. Anyway, thank you very much to Becky for joining us, and we will see you sometime.
Yeah.
Next time.
Next
See
time.
you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.